Deuteronomy chapter 28. And it shall be, if you diligently obey the voice of Yahuwah your Elohim, to guard to do all of his commands which I command you today, that Yah your Elohim shall make you high above all nations of the earth. And all of these blessings, or berikoth, shall come upon you and overtake you, if you obey the voice of Yah your Elohim. Baruch, or blessed are you in the city, and blessed are you in the field. Baruch is the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your livestock, the increase of your cattle, and the offspring of your flocks. Baruch is your basket and your kneading bowl. Baruch are you when you come in, and Baruch are you when you go out. Yahuwah causes your enemies who rise against you to be smitten before your face. They come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways. Yah commands the blessing on you in your storehouses and in all of which you put your hand, and shall bless you in the land which Yah your Elohim is giving you. Yahuwah establishes you as a Kodesh, a holy people to himself, as he has sworn to you, if you guard the commands of Yah your Elohim and walk in his ways. All peoples of the earth shall see that the name of Yah is called upon you, and they shall be afraid of you. And Yah shall make you to have plenty of what is good, in the fruit of your body, in the fruit of your livestock, and in the fruit of your ground, in the land of which Yah swore to your fathers to give you. Yahuwah opens to you his good treasure, the Shemayim, the heaven, to give the rain to your land in its season, and to barak or bless all of the work of your hand. And you shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. And Yah shall make you the head and not the tail, and you shall be only on top and not be beneath. If you obey the commands of Yah your Elohim, which I command you today to guard and also do, and do not turn aside from any of the words which I am commanding you today, right or left, and go after any other mighty ones and serve them. It shall be, if you do not obey the voice of Yah your Elohim to guard to do all his commands and the laws which I command you today, that all of these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Cursed are you in the city, cursed are you in the field, cursed is your basket and your kneading bowl. Cursed is the fruit of your body and the fruit of the land, the increase of your cattle and the offspring of your flocks. Cursed are you when you come in, and cursed are you when you go out. Yah sends on you the curse of confusion and rebuke and all that you put your hand to do, until you are destroyed and until you perish quickly, because of the evil of your doings by which you have forsaken me. Yahuwah makes the plague cling to you until he has consumed you from the land which you are going to possess. Yah smites you with wasting disease and with inflammation and with burning and with extreme heat and with the sword and with blight and with mildew. They shall pursue you until you perish. And your heaven, your Shemayim, which are over your head, shall be bronze, and the earth which is under you, iron. Yah makes the rain of your land powder and dust. From the Shemayim it comes down until you are destroyed. Yahuwah causes you to be defeated before your enemies, and you go out one way against them, and you flee 7 ways before them. You shall become a horror to all of the rains of the earth, and your carcasses shall be food for all the birds of the Shemayim, the heaven, and the beasts of the earth, with no one to frighten them away. Yahuwah shall smite you with the boils of Egypt, or Mitzrayim, with tumors, with the scab, and with the itch from which you are unable to be healed. Yahuwah shall smite you with madness and blindness and bewilderment of heart. You shall be groping at noon as a blind man gropes in darkness, and not prosper in your ways. And you shall be only oppressed and plundered all the days, with no one to save you. You become engaged to a wife, but another man lies with her. You build a house, but you don't dwell in it. You plant a vineyard, but do not use its fruit. Your ox is slaughtered before your eyes, but you do not eat of it. Your donkey is violently taken from you before your sheep, before you, and is not given back to you. Your sheep are given to your enemies with no one to save them. Your sons and daughters are given to another people, and your eyes look and fail for them all day long. And your hand is powerless. A people whom you have not known eat the fruit of your land and all of your labors, and you shall only be oppressed and crushed all the days. You shall be maddened because of the sight which your eyes see. Yahuwah smites you in the knees and in the legs with evil boils of which you are unable to be healed. and from the sole of your foot to the top of your head. Yah brings you and the king or the sovereign whom you appoint over you to a nation which neither you nor your fathers known. And there you shall serve mighty ones, other ones, wood and stone. Thus you shall become an astonishment, a proverb, and a mockery among all the peoples to which Yahuwah drives you. You take much seed out into the field, but gather little in, for the locust consumes it. You plant vineyards and shall labor, but you neither drink of the wine nor gather, for the worm eats it. You have olive trees in all of your borders, but do not anoint with oil. Your olives drop off. You bring forth sons and daughters, but they are not with you. They go into captivity. Locusts possess all your trees and the fruit of your ground. The sojourner who is among you rises higher and higher above you, but you come down lower and lower. He lends to you, and you do not lend to him. He's the head, you are the tail. All of these curses shall come upon you, and they shall pursue and overtake you until you are destroyed, because you did not obey the voice of Yahuwah, your Elohim, to guard his commands and all of his right rulings and his laws which he's commanded you. They shall be upon you for a sign and for a wonder, and on your seed forever, because you did not serve Yahuwah, your Elohim, with joy and gladness of heart for all the plenty. You shall serve your enemies, whom Yahuwah sends against you, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in need of all, and he shall put a yoke of iron on your neck until he has destroyed you. Yah brings a nation against you from afar and from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies, a nation whose language you do not understand, a fierce-looking nation which shows no regard for the elderly or favor to the young. They shall eat the fruit of your livestock, fruit of your land, until you are destroyed. They leave you no grain, no new wine, no oil, no increase of cattle or offspring of your flocks, until they have destroyed you. And they shall besiege you and all of your gates until your high and fenced walls in which you're trusting come down in all of your land. They shall siege you at all your gates and all your land that Yah, your Elohim, has given you. You shall eat of the fruit of your own body, the flesh of your sons, daughters, and whom Yah, your Elohim, has given you, in the siege and distress in which your enemies distress you. The man among you who is tender and who is very delicate, his eye is evil against his brother, against the wife of his bosom, and against the rest of his children whom he leaves behind, against giving any of them the flesh of the children that he eats, because it is all that he has been left to him in the siege and distress with which your enemy distresses you in all of your gates. The tender and the delicate woman among you, who have not tried to put the sole of her foot on the ground because of her delicateness and tenderness, her eye is evil against the husband of her bosom, and against her son, and against her daughter, and against her seed which comes out from between her legs, and her children whom she bears, for she eats them in secret for lack of all, in your siege and distress with which your enemy distresses you in all of your gates. If you do not guard to do all the words of this Torah that are written in this book, and to revere this esteemed and awesome name, Yahuwah, your Elohim, then Yahuwah shall bring upon you and your descendants extraordinary plagues, great and lasting plagues, and grievous and lasting sicknesses, and he shall bring back on you all the diseases of Egypt, Mitzrayim, of which you were afraid, and they shall cling to you. Also every sickness, every plague which is not written in this book of this Torah, Yah brings upon you until you are destroyed. And you shall be left with few men, although you had become as numerous as the stars of the heaven, because you did not obey the voice of Yah your Elohim. It shall be that as Yah rejoiced over you to do you good and increase you, Yah rejoices over you to destroy you and lay you to waste, and you shall be plucked from off of the land which you go to possess. And Yahuwah shall scatter you among all peoples, from one end of the earth to the other, and there you shall serve other mighty ones, which neither you nor your fathers have known, wood and stone. And among those nations you are to find no rest, nor have a resting place for the sole of your foot, but there Yahuwah shall give you a trembling heart, and failing eyes, and sorrow of being, and your life shall be hanging in suspense before you, and you shall fear day and night, and not be certain of your own life. In the morning you will say, oh, that it were evening, and at evening you would say, oh, that it were morning. because of the fear of your heart with which you fear, and because of the sight with which your eyes see. Yah shall bring you back to Egypt in ships, or Mitzrayim, in ships, by a way of which I said to you, you are never to see it again. And there you shall be sold to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one is there to buy.